Well, I'm joined at this hour by Ashok Malhotra, former Indian cricketer, and Shahid Hashmi, the head of ARY News, the head of sports. Ashok, such questions are expected when the team loses, and not just loses to Pakistan by a margin of 10 wickets?
Absolutely. See, you got to give the devil its due, because Pakistan as of now has the bragging rights. So they can ask any question. But I know dropping Rohit Sharma for Ishan Kishan is really the way Virat answered it was a perfect answer. But the fact is, Pakistan looked more charged up somehow. I don't know. I understand Virat saying we don't take any team lightly. I understand that. But somewhere the body language was missing. And as I said before, not the right team was played. Sorry to say, maybe I'm also like one of the millions of experts, but I think Bhuvneshwar Kumar, Shardul and Bhuvneshwar Kumar, instead of Hardik Pandya, Ishan Kishan, and maybe Ashwin for Varun Chakravarti. These should be the changes in the next game, because you play in-form players. You don't play players who have a history of performing. You play players who are currently in-form players.
Shahid Hashmi also joins us on the program. Shahid, to the Pakistani media, probably this isn't unusual because they are used to questioning their captain, putting him under the scanner, putting him in a spot. But probably Virat Kohli was not prepared for the questions coming in from Pakistani counterparts.
It was a stupid question. He's a part-time journalist. He doesn't cover sports. He doesn't know what to ask. He doesn't know what combination India wants to play. Rohit Sharma is a world-class player. He's number 2 or number 3 in all-time T20 international run scoring aggregate. His aggregate is, I think, just behind Virat Kohli. He's such a fabulous player. Against Pakistan, he scored 140 at Manchester in the 2019 World Cup. So how would you even think of dropping Ishan Sharma? Ishan Sharma, if he fails 10 games, he will score a big 100.
Rohit Sharma, we are talking about here.
So it was Rohit Sharma, Sorry, Rohit Sharma. So it is a stupid question, and I think ICC should check who is the journalist, who is asking what, and there should be a strong check on the journalist, that how he has come as an accredited journalist to a World Cup.
While we are kind of not taking the journalist side and saying the fact that Virat Kohli was in his right to have reacted the way he reacted, but Shahid, let me talk about a little bit about the pressure that is put on the team by the journalist, by the visiting journalist or by the travelling journalist. As a Pakistani journalist who has travelled with the Pakistan team, this is nothing new to you, right?
It is, yes, of course. After the Champions Trophy, when Bumrah bowled a no ball, there was one more stupid question on the same lines as what happened yesterday. So these stupid questions, I think the ICC should strongly check who is the journalists who are coming to the matches and who gets a chance to ask a question. To a player of Virat Kohli's caliber, you may differ what he selects, his 11, it's up to him. The whole world was saying Ravichandran Ashwin should play the Oval Test, but he played Shardul Thakur and got the desired result. He won the Test match, and Shardul Thakur scored 50 runs in both the innings and took crucial wickets. So it's up to Virat Kohli. He's a great player. He knows the game well than anyone else.
Ashok, Virat Kohli said yesterday at the end of the match, India is not a team that presses the panic button. So instead of pressing the panic button, what should they do right now to stage a turnaround?
Rika, I understand. What he's saying is he's spot on, and as Hashim said, they are the ones who are ultimately playing. We are sitting on the outside. Everybody has their own viewpoint. But the fact is, what does not go down well is, how can you play Hardik Pandya when the entire world is saying he's not fit? I believe he's taking a lot of injections to have a back cured. So he's not 100% fit. How can you play him when he's not bowling? How can you play Bhuvneshwar Kumar, who has been struggling from Sri Lankan top? Sri Lanka, IPL, he struggled all the way through. When Shardul Thakur has been a man with the golden arm who's performing so well, how can you drop people who are in form players? And as for Ishan, I understand you can't drop Rohit Sharma. It's a silly question to even ask. But Ishan Kishan should be part of the team, the form he's in. So that is my only thing, is nothing against Virat Kohli. He's got every right to play the team he wants to. But end of the day, when you win, you get bouquets. When you lose, you
get brickbats.
Brickbats, definitely.
Yeah. Enough of discussing the team. Since we have Shahid Hashmi on the show, I'll have to ask him what's been happening in Pakistan, the reactions since the win last night. Please take us through all of that. And is there a windfall in terms of cash for the Pakistani players? They were promised a lot.
There are huge celebrations, of course, due because we have not won a World Cup game since 1992. The celebrations were huge. From Prime Minister to Army Chief to all the bureaucrats to all the ministers, they are cashing up on this one as if they have won the match against India. So there were a lot of promises, but definitely Pakistan Cricket Board will give them a lot. But having said that, there's another game coming up on Tuesday. Their feet should be grounded because New Zealand is a strong team, and this group will definitely turn its head up and down on several occasions, because if Pakistan lose to New Zealand tomorrow, then India beat New Zealand, then it will be all square, even Stevens.
And you said that India and Pakistan will face each other in the final of this tournament. We'll, of course, wait for that. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for joining me on the broadcast.